Coming up on SUTV, we'll tell you about Soda Nerd's location on campus.
And we'll give you student insight into how the pandemic has impacted graduation. Stay tuned. Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Reese Whitaker.
And I'm Lexi Hamill.
Chipotle is a Mexican grill and is about to hit its seventh month mark here in Cedar City, and as the restaurant continues to battle against COVID with the spread getting worse every day. Staff is required to sign off that they are feeling well and that they do not have interacted with anyone that shows COVID symptoms within the last few days. Their temperature is still taken every day before their shift in case they are more ill than they feel. All staff is also working with their mask, and the restaurant has a mandatory hand washing clock every 30 minutes to stop the spread of any germs or bacteria. Assistant manager Jonathan had this to say about the situation.
We're doing pretty good. We've been able to keep a positive environment, having great food. I'm really happy with where we are. We have our strict policies of no working while sick. We also have our mask policies. We have nurses on hand that we will contact, and they will determine when you're good to return.
Chipotle is continuing to push for cleaner, healthier food in the community, and they show that it begins before they clock in.
Some SUU students have yet to try Soda Nerd with a different amount of combinations to choose from. Soda Nerd helps you enjoy some of your favorite soda combinations, mixing all of your favorite sodas and flavors. Soda isn't the only thing they serve. They also have a different variety of smoothies to try from. They also serve sliders, grilled sandwiches, and soup. All their food items are sealed in a container to keep food fresh for those students in a rush. Soda Nerd is located in the library for those who want to try it.
The pandemic has disrupted all aspects of our lives. Academic tracks in high schools and universities have been affected in a big way as well. In recent news, earlier this week, high school graduation rates are dropping throughout the nation. 26 states shared data showing the drop in graduate students are losing their motivation to study in their courses as classes bounce between in-person and online. Students in both high school and college have spoken out about the struggles they have had.
Okay, so COVID has affected my schooling experience. Personally, kind of like in a negative way. I know that when we went online, I struggled to do online classes, and so it was a little bit harder for me.
Southern Utah University's STEM Center for Teaching and Learning held their weekly Wonder Wednesday yesterday afternoon on SUU's Library Quad. This event is held in conjunction with Early Out Wednesdays for elementary schools in Iron County. Children are accompanied with an adult were in attendance from 4 to 6 p.m. for several make-and-take activities.
We try to do a STEM activity with them. Today we are going to be making snowball launchers with the kids. So that'll be something really fun for them. It brings in STEM, brings in some engineering skills.
The center's goal for these kind of events is to continue to facilitate an enhanced learning environment for all students in the area. Outside of this event, they also provide different academic tools like homework help days or their resource library for teachers. If you are interested in STEM and would like to learn more, visit their page on SUU's website or follow them on social media.
So what's your opinion about online and in-person classes?
I'm definitely better at in-person learning, but I think it's nice to give people the option to learn online if they feel more comfortable staying
I
home.
love the option, especially those early classes. I like to stay home and do
Okay. Yeah. No, absolutely. So have you tried Soda Nerd on campus?
Yeah, it's pretty good. You got a blue raspberry shot to anything, I'm good.
Okay.
Coming up, a look at SUU's radio program.
And an update on Chick-fil-A. We will be right back.
Jason, let's go see your room.
And you said Soda Nerd.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team.
SUU campus offers a variety of ways to help deal with the stresses of student life. Many students engage in sports or video games to help take their minds off of classes, and these hobbies can be done on campus as well. From freshmen to seniors, the recreation area of campus is open to all. It's right next to the Health and Wellness Center and has options for you to de-stress, such as a variety of gaming consoles as well as ping pong tables. Let's hear from one of the students who makes use of the recreation center.
I'm here to play Smash or play ping pong. Come here usually 3 or 4 times a week, just in between class periods. You know, just like a good spot to get to know people, or just kind of like I was saying, relieve stress, just get away from like actual school stuff, you know.
The SUU Recreation Center is available for all students to meet new people and spend some time taking their mind off of class and homework.
KSUU offers great resources here on campus to help learn the basics of audio. For any future radio hosts, or if you're just looking or interested in audio, look no further. KSUU is the place. KSUU helps teach the basics of radio and audio with their radio podcast and radio station here on campus. We asked Ryan Steinekert for more information about the basics of KSUU and what you can learn from it.
They do some production for the classes that they're in, whether it's the audio production class or the practicum, and then they see some of that actually go on the air and see what it sounds like, you know, on the radio. Audio editing skills, they learn about audio production and the basics of like sound design and sound in production, and at least those basics.
KSUU is a great learning experience here at SUU and welcomes anyone who wants to know the basics of audio. If you want to know more, check out the KSUU Thunder 91 page on the SUU website.
Many SUU students use their spare time to find part-time work. Our reporter, Nathan Baker, has more.
This is Nathan Baker with SUTV. Students seeking employment need to look no further than Avant-Garde. Avant-Garde is an alarm monitoring center here in Cedar City that provides coverage for hundreds of alarm companies around the country. They offer flexible hours and competitive pay. For more information, visit agmonitoring.com. With SUTV, this is Nathan Baker.
Local businesses and restaurants in Cedar are still recovering from worker shortages caused by the pandemic. Many businesses have been working short-staffed for a lack of willing workers. The shortage has now hit Southern Utah University and their dining options. An email was sent out to students in early January calling for applications to become Chick-fil-A's team member. The campus's favorite lunch spot hours have been reduced to 1 4-hour block due to minimal staff. Chick-fil-A employee Cheryl Christie provided comment on the campus's reception to the shorter hours.
It's pretty much the same as it is when there's, you know, when it's not so, when we do have the full hours. So it's a hit and miss.
The email welcomes students and community members to apply to help Chick-fil-A return to normal hours.
So are you disappointed about the Chick-fil-A hours?
I am. I really like Chick-fil-A. Their fries hit different, and I would really like to see them get more workers.
Dipping them in the Chick-fil-A sauce? That's my favorite.
I'm actually not a fan of the Chick-fil-A sauce.
We'll talk about that later.
I know, we're going to have to.
Yeah.
Nathan, what do we have coming up in weather?
We'll see if winter is back in Cedar City. Stay tuned.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
It looks like winter is here in the Cedar Valley, with the surprising snowstorm on Tuesday and how students deal with the winter weather. Winter weather is still here in Cedar City. Tuesday's snow shower was a light showing of what Mother Nature is capable of. Since SU has students from all over the globe, we asked them just how they are handling the winter weather.
Yeah, so I quite enjoy the weather here in Cedar. I grew up in northern Utah, and typically the winters are really cold. So yeah, I mean, the snowstorm yesterday, wasn't a huge fan, but like, you know, southern Utah weather, I mean, it didn't stick, it didn't stay, and today, you know, things are back to normal. So I quite enjoy the weather here in Cedar, for sure.
And what he said is a perfect reflection of what we've got going this week here in Cedar City. So while it seems like winter may be gone, we're starting to get some more of that spring-like weather. You know, we've got today and tomorrow through Sunday in the mid to high 40s, with Monday being 50 degrees. It's the highest it's been probably since November. But we're looking at still those highs, mid to high 40s and the 50s all the way through Monday. Monday would be a great last chance until Tuesday to go out and enjoy the outdoors. On Tuesday, we're looking at a chance of snow, somewhere in the ballpark of 28 degrees for the high and down to 11. So we want to make sure we get up a little early and, you know, shovel the walks, scrape off the car, everything like that. Now, over this weekend, since we do have somewhat of a tropical heat wave going, we've got, if you plan on any trips down south soon, we've got the St. George weekend weather forecast with, we've got weather mostly in the mid to high 50s through the entire weekend in St. George. Great for hikes in Zion, Arches, any of the national parks we've got around here since we are the College of the Parks. It's going to be sunny and clear. The lows are going to get down to maybe the 20s, but that's going to be late at night. Don't think I have anything else for you. We've got this weekend weather forecast here. Sunny and clear the entire time in St. George. That's it for the week's news for SUTV. I'm Nathan Baker.
Thanks for the weather update, Nathan.
Seth, what do you have for us today in sports?
Coming up on SUTV Sports, we've got previews for the SU basketball games as well as the weekend's NFL Conference Championships. Stay tuned.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought you were on my team.
Welcome back to SUTV Sports. I'm Seth Whitehouse. SU women's basketball returns to action tonight in the America First Event Center, taking on the 5-9 Portland State Vikings, who come into this matchup at the very bottom of the Big Sky standings. Portland State is 0-6 in conference, and thus far, and the T-Birds come into tonight at 6-1 in conference and second place in the Big Sky standings. Tip-off is set for 6:30 p.m. and it will be streamed on ESPN+. As for SU men's basketball, they are on the road in Portland, also taking on those same PSU Vikings. Following SU's loss to Weber State on Monday, the T-Birds fell to 5th in the Big Sky standings with a 5-2 conference record and 11-6 overall record. As for Portland State, they enter the game on a 4-game losing streak and currently sit at 8th in the Big Sky. Tip-off for the men's game is set for 8 p.m. and will be streamed on ESPN+. The SU golf season is right around the corner. SUTV reporter Lexi Hamill was on the scene to get an update.
The SUU women's golf team began their spring semester practice earlier this week. With the lack of snow this month, Cedar Ridge Golf Course opened up their practice facilities and 18 holes to accommodate Cedar City residents and the SUU golf team. The women will have 6 tournaments throughout the spring. The T-Birds play in their first tournament at Grand Canyon University Golf Course on February 28th and March 1st. Be sure to support the T-Birds in their own Pizza Hut Lady Invitational at Sunbrook Golf Club in St. George on March 10th through the 12th.
In some off-season baseball news, Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame announced the selection of David Ortiz to join the 2022 MLB Hall of Fame class. Ortiz, nicknamed Big Papi, had a storied career with the Boston Red Sox as a designated hitter. During his 20-year career, Ortiz collected 541 home runs, 632 doubles, over 1,700 runs batted in, 10 All-Star selections, 7 Silver Slugger awards, and 3 World Series titles. Big Papi grabbed 78% of the vote from the Writers Association, narrowly edging out San Francisco Giants legend Barry Bonds, who received 66% of the vote, and pitching great Roger Clemens, who earned 65.2% of the vote. This also marks the 10th year both Bonds and Clemens have been snubbed from the ballot. These two individuals have loads of accolades, but are directly tied to the performance-enhancing drugs which keep them out of Cooperstown. There are many in debate about the results of the voting, but one thing is for certain: Ortiz has an extraordinary list of accomplishments and is an icon in the sport of baseball. In NFL news, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger has announced his retirement. The 2-time Super Bowl champ retires as the greatest quarterback in Steelers history. With more than double the passing stats of Hall of Famer Terry Bradshaw, 418 touchdown passes, he is 7th all-time. Over 64,000 yards has him 5th all-time. Nearly 5,500 completions and the 5th most wins as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Moving from players to front office positions, coaching vacancies are closing up as 2 teams made head coaching hires this morning. First, it was the Denver Broncos hiring Green Bay Packers offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. Hackett has been an assistant everywhere he has coached since 2003 and has been an offensive coordinator since 2013. He was with the Packers from 2019 until now. The next team to make a hire this morning was the Chicago Bears, hiring Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator from the Indianapolis Colts. Eberflus has been coaching since 1992 and has also been an assistant everywhere he has been. He made the move into the NFL in 2009 from the University of Missouri to being the linebackers coach of the Cleveland Browns. He has been the Colts defensive coordinator since 2018. So the Bears have officially replaced Ryan Pace with Ryan Poles and Matt Nagy with Matt Eberflus. As we move on from franchises trying to figure things out, we move into this weekend's conference championship games. The first game on Sunday is a rematch of Week 17 in which Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase led the Bengals to a gutsy comeback win, 34-31. Burrow threw for almost 450 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Chase had over 266 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. However, the Kansas City Chiefs will get to play host to this game as they earn the highest playoff seeding. Better believe Patrick Mahomes and the Arrowhead crowd are ready to make their third consecutive trip to the Super Bowl. On the NFC side of things, the San Francisco 49ers are attempting to sweep the Los Angeles Rams and beat their division rival for the 3rd time this year, and the 7th time in a row. Will the Rams avenge their 27-24 overtime loss from just 3 weeks ago? Will they be the second team in a row to host the Super Bowl? Tune into the games on Sunday to see which teams are crowned conference champions. That's all I've got for you. That's all I've got for SUTV Sports. I'm Seth Whitehouse.
It's a big week for football. What do you think about Big Ben retiring?
It's sad, but it's good for him because he's one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league. So I'm glad that I don't have to see him get hit anymore. It looks really bad because he's very big and strong. So if you don't take him down, he will throw the football.
Oh,
so,
wow. Yeah. Thanks for the update, Seth. After the break, we'll check in on campus happenings.
Stay tuned.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought you were on my team.
Your password isn't secure. There's nothing that a hacker loves more. But there's an easy thing you can do to prove the logger in is you. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Make your logins extra safe. Protect your identity from tragic fate. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Use your fingerprint, your face, or a code. At home or work or on the road. 2 steps are safer than 1 or 3 or 4. And keeping data safe is so much fun. Authenticate, strong authenticate. Make your logins extra safe. Protect your identity from tragic fate. Authenticate, strong authenticate.
Welcome back to SUTV News.
Now let's get you updated on the SUU campus happenings. Anthony?
Tonight is SUU women's basketball, and they're back in the American First Events Center, taking on Portland State. Tip-off at 6:30 p.m. Right now, for the women's team, this is their best conference start in over 10 years at 6-1 on the season. Tomorrow, Friday the 28th, there's Free Food Friday from 11:45 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. in the SUU Non-Traditional Student Service Center office. Come by, stop by for some ice cream, because when it's cold outside, you usually eat some ice cream, you know. And on Monday the 31st, SUU students, that is the last day you can add classes for the semester. So make sure you have your classes in order. And also that night, the School of Business is having its SMA Muffins and Management night from 4 to 5 p.m. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for the update, Anthony. SUU's Turning Point USA Club held a tabling event on Wednesday to showcase what their club had to offer. The tabling event was the first of the new year, and students were able to sign up and receive free Turning Point USA merchandise. The Turning Point's president, Carter Robinson, explained the club's plans for the spring semester.
Our whole goal is to promote conservative principles here on
our college campus. And so we're out here tabling today, trying to get new members to join our chapter, so that way we can host conservative speakers and have fun events.
Yesterday, the Pride and Equality Club held a clothing swap. It was designed so students from the club can switch clothes. Lots of the members are transitioning and don't feel comfortable to go out in public to buy clothing of their own, so it is a safe place to do so. The turnout was good, with people coming to just donate or to donate and pick things out themselves.
I like the clothing swap idea. I know that when I came out as non-binary, I was kind of lost as to how I wanted to dress, and going to like thrift stores and stuff like that gave me an opportunity to like really pick out how I wanted to look.
The SUU Campus Recreation Center is a great way for students to have fun and get active on campus. The J.L. Sorensen PE building has many different features available for everyone in Cedar City to enjoy. There are 3 basketball courts, indoor rock climbing, racquetball courts, an indoor walking track, and multiple heated swimming pools. The PE building is also home to SUU's the Student Body Fitness Center. This gym has weights and circuit weigh machines on the first floor. The second floor houses all the cardio equipment. This section of the fitness center is exclusively available to SUU students, faculty, and staff.
For me, I liked, if I had like an hour or so break, it was just a good spot to like cool down, you know?
Online shopping is at an all-time high as the world continues into another year of the pandemic. Since the COVID-19 pandemic began in early 2020, online shopping, also known as e-commerce, has been growing at a booming rate. A study of American households by Cambridge University in June 2020 found that of 1,558 homes interviewed, nearly 50% were shopping purely online and plan to continue this habit no matter how the pandemic turned out. Following this, 2022 is predicted to be the highest earning year for e-commerce. Yet, according to the study from Adobe Analytics, SUU students were asked about their shopping habits and produced box after box that had been received in the mail following their online shopping habits, which were promptly thrown out. Boxes like these are sure to continue arriving provided the data stands true.
So how has online shopping been for you within the last couple months?
I don't really online shop, but my mom, she loves to do that.
Really?
Yeah, she be buying stuff on Amazon like constantly, like every day packages will get to their house, and she's sad when they don't.
Was anything slowed down with the recent troubles with the supply chain?
Some of them were slowed down, but I feel like it was still like normal, but we just got so used to things being so fast. Like it was like 3 days, and that's pretty normal. What about you?
Yeah, I feel like Christmas shopping was definitely more challenging. Getting gifts, they definitely came a little bit later. But what do you have planned for the weekend?
Nothing much. I can't wait to go home right after this.
Nice, that sounds great. Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Lexi Hamill.
And I'm Reese Whitaker. Tune into next week for more SUTV news.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here. But an awkward silence can be a great thing. It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay, if they seem down. It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl? You cool?
You bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them. Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.